Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do for our quiche, we need to get our pie shell. So, I don't know, a couple bins ago, well, it's bin 2, so 8 bins ago, we did have a pot pie recipe. You might still have that pie crust left over. If not, you'll need to purchase another one. But at any rate, they usually come two to a pack, so you're just going to need one for this. You're just going to lay it out and get that ready to go. We're also going to have to blind bake this. So you cannot dock a pie crust for a quiche. You have to blind bake it. The reason why is normally you just poke some holes in the bottom of this with a fork or something, and that would be called docking it, and that would allow the air to escape to and from so it wouldn't poof up your crust. Well, you need a flat bottom crust definitely for the quiche, but you can't poke the holes in it. So we're going to achieve the flat bottom, the flat bottom look by blind baking it. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. I'm still getting our edging done. I'm crimping it, and then I'm going to come back around and flute it, and then I'll get the parchment paper and the dried beans in there, and we'll get it baked off, okay? And you want it about halfway cooked. You don't want it all the way cooked because it's going to cook some more when you put the egg custard in, all right? So our pie shell is about ready to come out of the oven. So now we're going to make our custard for our quiche. Now this is so simple. In here I have 4 eggs, which basically measured 3/4 of a cup. Now I'm going to add in equal parts of heavy whipping cream. Okay. I'm going to season this one with salt, pepper, and nutmeg. You can do yours however you'd like. If you don't have the nutmeg, just go ahead and skip that. A little bit of that. You can use the same custard recipe for sweet or savory recipes. So it is your whipped eggs, equal parts, eggs and cream, and then just season it up however you'd like. If you're doing a sweet one, you might be wanting to sweeten it with sugar. You might still use nutmeg for your seasoning in that, or cinnamon like for a chess pie. But I'm going to go ahead and mix my custard up here. We have our pie crust. We're going to save our beans, not because we're going to cook with them again, but because if we ever blind bake another crust, you can use them for that, okay? So you do want to save them and hang on to them, and then that way you don't have to waste more beans the next time. Just make sure you label them that they're for blind baking. So here we have our flat bottom crust. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add in our ingredients. Now we're going to do a ham and cheese quiche. And I got our Asiago cheese already grated over there. Put the ham in. You always want to put your items in first. Layer a good amount of that on the bottom. Now we purchased some mushrooms for this bin for the Alfredo. You have more than enough. So if you want to add some into your quiche, go ahead and do that. You don't have to. That's up to you. But like I said, we do have plenty of mushrooms. So you could add them into your quiche, into your salads, however you would like to use them throughout the week, because the Alfredo does not call for the whole package of them. I'm going to grated Asiago cheese here. And then lastly, we're going to pour in our custard. You can use this same custard to make breakfast egg casseroles, or even, like I mentioned before, sweet pies. So that's ready to go back in the oven now. What you want to do, you want to bake it, and then as it bakes, when you think it's starting to set, you want to just give it a jiggle, and whenever it won't wiggle anymore, you know it's set, and you want to remove it right away. Now I'm going to show you how to whip up an easy balsamic vinaigrette. All right, so while our quiche is cooking, we're going to get the salad ready to go. I've just got some nice mixed greens with some baby tomatoes here. When I think of a salad like this, I think of balsamic vinaigrette. So I'm going to show you how to whip up balsamic vinaigrette real quick. So same ratio as we did the red wine vinaigrette. You're going to do basically a 1/3 ratio of balsamic vinaigrette. Couple squirts of Dijon, and 2/3 is the ratio on your olive oil. I'm also going to put some salt and pepper in this one. Finger over the hole. Shake it up. So to make our salad, we're just going to take our mixed greens here, toss those in the bowl. Sprinkle our red tomatoes on the top. Now here we have our salad with our balsamic vinaigrette. Right before you serve it, just shake this again and you can pour it into a bowl if you'd like, or just serve it in the bottle. So now we have our nice salad here and our balsamic vinaigrette. Let me show the working people what they can do if they ever want to take this with them. Just put a layer of plastic on there, close this up, it won't spill on you. You can also purchase these bottles in smaller bottles, and they actually have little connector lids that you can put on there. So if you want to purchase one of those little bottles with the connecting lid that just snaps on, you have a great travel version of this. But anyway, simple vinaigrettes. Easy way to do it. Now that is a beautiful thing. We have our ham, mushroom, and Asiago quiche. Just came out of the oven with our fresh mixed green salad with baby tomatoes and our homemade balsamic vinaigrette. Meal 1.